What's going on, y'all? What's going on? So for Easter, I went out of town, enjoyed the family, had my daughter, and my sister and my niece. Um, we were all at a RV park for Easter, and we enjoyed it. And now I came back today, and I did a wash day on my hair. I did me a nice spiritual bath. Uh, so now I'm about to get ready. Probably going to give me a bite to eat. Go and hang out, get a bite to eat, um, and come back and do readings on Facebook. And I think my next reading, my next pop culture reading is the BTB Savage. I want to go ahead and do him. I just got the green light to go, but the urge or the green light to go ahead and do his reading. So that's gonna be next. Like I said, my platform on here is like we can discuss what's going on with pop culture, do readings, and if y'all have any questions about spirituality, we can talk about it. Or if I feel like I need to go live and speak what's on my mind, I'm gonna go live, right? So here we go. How many of y'all are tired of the Jaguar White thing? Me. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of it. Yeah, I just washed my hair. I love wash day. I love my wash days. So cleansing. So cleansing. But yeah, I got tired of this Jaguar right thing. But I can discuss um what's going on. I can discuss what's going on. All right. I did a reading. Y'all can go and check out the reading that I did before on Jaguar Right. Um, Jaguar Right is in the middle of spiritual warfare. If you watch Young Pharaoh, it's the same thing. And the reason why I'm captivated of it is not because I'm trying to grow my channel. I had this channel since what 2020. I'm not really. I'm just getting the rings to see what I'm gonna do with my channel. So it's not like a crowd chase, or it's, I guess, what I said in the previous story. I mean, my part one of my Let's Talk was that I was fighting spiritual warfare, huge spiritual warfare. And part one, we'll go back over what I said, and then we're gonna go into part two. But I'm gonna tell you what's going on with Jaguar Wright. Okay, so what's going on with Jaguar Wright is that she has demons assigned to her. I said in my reading there's about 5 to 8 demons attached to her. Okay, um, so 5 to 8 demons is like attached, and and she's fighting them. She really is. If you notice, like today was a real good day. She had changed up, like when she changes her accent, that's a different demon. That's another demon that's coming out. So when she goes into a, a Baltimore accent to a Southern accent to back to a Philly accent, that's those things that have been attached to her. In her mind, it's like when when you have those demons attached to you, or when you spiritual warfare, for some reason you want to film it. You want to film it. It's like they want you to. It's like you drawn to film it. I don't know why, but you do. Um, you feel that everything you do, you're thinking you're doing good in your mind. You're thinking you're doing everything you think you're doing is right, but it isn't. Like your mind is gone. It's possessed. It's you be doing the craziest stuff and you thinking that you're winning, but you're not winning. I have many stories, many. And now some people don't live past what I went through and are straight. Um, like I said in the previous um, live I did with my talking about my story, I'm at the point of how do I go back into society after all that? You know, how I'm thinking I'm at this point too, that I have accepted um, that not to accept what's going on in this world, but just make sure that I'm straight, like I'm spiritually correct. And if people come to me and they need help, I will help. But forcing the issue on it anymore is not on me anymore. And I think you learn that in that path too. And I'm thinking I'm at that path. It's like y'all, I saw a lot. Um, let's go and review what I said about the first in part one. Part one was like I was saying, I fell in love for the first time. I lost everything. I went back to Houston, started all over, got married, had two kids. I was fighting. I was fighting demons. I was fighting demons. When I keep saying darkness, that's demons. I never felt I should have addressed my demons. I kept running from my demons. So, um, a new job, a new car, a husband, um, friends, money could not save me from my demons. And the people that watch this thinking that I'm just saying it's all their fault, it's not. It's mine. I take accountability due to the purposes of what much happened. I skipped some things, but I'm gonna be ready for the book. This is gonna be a book. I am so serious. I'm claiming it. I was prophesized. I was prophesized it was gonna be one. How it is. where I was at. So I was at COVID, the C word, okay? The pandemic. I'd rather say pandemic, okay? So I'm at the pandemic. I'm gonna skip two parts because it's a lot. So I really didn't understand spirituality at this point. Okay. So when COVID started, you know, I just still didn't feel right. That darkness was approaching. And I have said this every time, like, I'll break away from my ex husband, from co parenting, or we're trying to get stabilized with a friendship or something like this. It always happened. Okay. So around March, I was getting myself straight, stable again, March 2020. Okay. I was getting myself straight. Um, Somebody reached out to me, an investor, because the funny part was I just got a new job selling insurance, but my head wasn't there. My head wasn't right. But the pandemic started, and I just started selling funeral insurance. So, in a way, it worked properly. It could have been very profitable for me, right? But what happened was, well, we had to start going to places, and I was brand new for a new funeral insurance salesman. They had to be known. They had to rank up their their clients. So during this time, I was okay financially, and all of a sudden one day, um, a man looked me up on LinkedIn, and he was like, in so many words, like, you wanna start your app back up because I really think this is the time to do it. So when he came to me to do that, at that time I didn't even want anything to do with my business. I didn't want to speak the name of my business. I didn't want to. I was just totally gone. That was gone. But it was the great time around COVID to do it. So I did it. I started it up again. This time it was moving very fast, but also a lot of things were happening. The darkness was trying to come in again. Um, and I did get my daughter back, but it was something was wrong with her. Um, I thought something was wrong with her. Um, One night I tried to give her some cream because I thought something was wrong with her on her skin because it was like a rash or something. And when I put this cream on her, her stomach started to contract, like like this, and her belly was contracting. And I got scared. I'm like, oh my God. I saw it. She saw it. She was screaming in pain. So I took her to the emergency room. And when we got to the emergency room, the doctor was like, something's wrong with her emotionally. I don't see anything going on with her belly. Do you think maybe she needs to be looked at mental health wise? I was like, I saw her belly. There's nothing wrong with her belly. And then when they start doing that, when they like, we don't see nothing, and you seeing something, she sees, okay, or you crazy. That look. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'll try to get her a therapist. Y'all, this really happened. I'm trying to put it all together. So we was trying to put it all together. And so during that time, um I think about Jade whenever I put this ponytail on. Don't walk away, boy. Don't walk away. Hold on. This ponytail in. 1 second. Okay. 1 second. I'm back. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was looking for my scarf. Like I can't live without my scarf, y'all. And I know I had it. And I'm unpacking my bag at the same time while I'm doing my stuff, unpacking my makeup and stuff. Because you know you gotta take your makeup with you. So y'all, I'm sorry. I don't know how long it was. I think that was 10 minutes. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Fast forward. So, anyways, what I was saying was, pretty much, what I was saying was so I was at the hospital and at the emergency room, they said nothing was wrong with her. And I was like, can't be, because I saw her belly. I saw it. I saw it. Okay, I saw it. Okay, and when I saw it, I'm looking for my scarf now. Where the freak is my scarf? I'm gonna have to go and get a new one. My silk scarf. Oh, my mom may take it. Watch this. It's gonna be where I want, where it's gonna be. It's just gonna come out of nowhere. So anyway, I'm just going out anyway. I'm not going that far. Yeah, I changed. So the next day, like maybe another day, another 2 days after that, maybe it happened to my daughter again. Like the pain, her pain stopped and got worse again, and it scared me again. So I took her to one of the big medical centers, this time in Houston. I took her to, I'm not going to tell you where I took her. So I took her to a big hospital system. When, there are a few in Houston. Took her to one of the biggest ones. They said that they couldn't find nothing wrong with her. And I'm like, no, I saw her belly. Like, you can't tell me nothing's wrong with her. Like, there's nothing, you can't tell me that. Like, come on now. Right? I'm like, come on now. And so then when that happened, the the social worker came and was like, or what Munchausen syndrome is. And I said, yes, I used to be a nurse, but no, I don't have that. I don't have bipoxy. No, my daughter really had it. And this time I'm calling people, right? Maybe it is something mental, and maybe so I'm like, I reached out to my ex-husband, like, can you give me the information, because he had insurance on her at the time. He had the medical insurance on her. And I was like, can you give me the information on getting maybe a therapist for her? Because this is weird. So that happened. Oh, a lot of crazy knickknack stuff was happening. And this was the time I started watching tarot. Some just start saying, watch tarot, you know? So we were already stuck for COVID anyway. So that's when I discovered the world of what we call YouTube. I discovered it and I was in it at first. I was in the tarot sector of it and watching different tarot readers. And they were talking about divine feminines and talking about this twin flame collective story. So I'm like, okay, cool, all right. So they were talking about that. Dang, this thing is spitting out some lotion. So so they was telling me about that, and I was listening to the story, and the story sounded so familiar about the karmic female, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and what was going on at the time with the collective. So I'm like, that sounds so familiar. Hmm. Okay. Got you. So I'm listening to that. At the beginning, that was March. April happened, and um, everything big was about to happen in April. I found a partner, an accelerator. I found out in business, us Black people don't understand when you're trying to do big business or something. We always say, look for a grant. Look for a grant. I need to find grants because I want a business and I don't have the money. That's what Black people say. But there are so many resources to help you get started. One part of the resources was an accelerator. An accelerator will give you the startup costs, or maybe they'll back you, they'll coach you, they'll help you get your team, they'll help you hire your team. You go to them for 6 to 8 weeks. They help you. They give you the money. They pump you the money, either as a loan or as maybe as a percentage of the company, 3 to 5% max. And they give you the upfront startup costs. So I found an accelerator that accepted me. I mean, but this time I wasn't ready. It wasn't in my heart no more. Like in 2016, 2017, 2018, it was in my heart. But by 2020, it really wasn't in my heart. In a way I thought maybe it can help me get my family back. Um, but deep down, it wasn't. I was done. Um, I was done. I was hurt. I was still hurt. Well, I still had demons, and I was still hurt about losing everything for my dream. And like I said, I wasn't there. I wasn't there like I should at that time. And especially at the beginning of COVID, but I was still trying to make it work. I was still trying to force it. There's another story on how I got a rental car. I messed over a person real bad over that. I really did. Um, that needs to be added on in the book. But I'm acknowledging some parts, but I'm not putting all of it out there. But I did mess over somebody. Because at first I thought they were messing over me too, but I'm not making no excuses. That was, something I felt like I had to do because nobody, I had to do what I had to do at this point. Um, I was mad. I was angry. All that loving that I had at that time started to become hate. Um, it was because I gave so much love, and why, I started to build up resentments, big resentments, um, big resentments, and I still wasn't accepting that I was the problem, you know. So so we finally my project was moving forward. Um, I ended up getting another place to the temporary stay during the pandemic. Um, so I entered this apartment complex. It was very nice. You had to get coat. I really believe um, I was guided that way because that place had to protect me during my spiritual awakening. Mhm. That place had to really protect me. So I move in this apartment. Things are doing good. Okay, let's go back. Right before I moved to the apartment, I went and took a trip to Baton Rouge. I met my ex outside of Houston. I'll never forget it. I got outside of Houston. I met him to get my son. And I told him at the time, I said, I shouldn't have did this. I told him, well, mobile is being picked up. I would like to, when we get back, we can discuss. We can discuss divorce. Because the people that I was talking to, my mentor, the person that was getting me in, was like, man, before all this, and you have to be checked by the government, everything else for big time investment. Uh, you got to go through background checks. You got to go through all this, but you really need to take care of all your issues. So during that time, um, during that time, I wanted to take care of my marriage. So I told him we can go ahead and start the process of talking about divorce. At the time, he was with that young lady. I felt that's who he wanted to be with, and that was fine. I did not have a problem with this young lady at the beginning of this relationship because she was really there for my child when I was going through my mental instability. Okay, so I did not hate on this young lady. I'm gonna tell you when I started hating on this young lady, and I'm gonna tell you why not to don't ever do what I did. Okay, so um, so I moved in this apartment complex, and when I first got there, my daughter loved it. Oh my gosh, she loved it. We had good times at the beginning. Okay. times in the beginning. We had but when I first got back there, something happened. Like I said in the last one, face, my face was tore up. Um, but all of a sudden, I was losing a lot of weight, a lot of weight. It, I was wasting. I was wasting. My face was blotched. This is still part of it. My face was blotched. Um, I um, I was weak. I was getting weak. You can start seeing through my skin. Now during this time, like I said, a lot of different elements was going on. But during this time, I did start investing in seeing an advisor, a spiritual advisor. Because someone just told me, go to a spiritual advisor. So I found one. She was off Aldine Busfield. I'll never forget. There is a highway called Aldine Busfield in Houston. Okay. So she told me the same thing pretty much what the previous psychic said. You know, she told me some more things. And she was telling me how to cleanse it. Like they advised me to get cleansed because this girl done this before. You know, she has done this. So I was starting to get interested in in this community, spirit, and starting to learn a little bit. During this time, I knew I was ill and I was fighting something. I didn't know what I was fighting. Um, but let me break it down to you 1 second. Let me get my eyebrows done. So, yeah, so let's get back to it. So, I was, yeah, you gotta concentrate on your eyebrows. Okay, so we're gonna end right here. Part two ends right here. We're gonna end as I moved into the apartment, and I was going to metaphysical stores, and I started to learn about metaphysical stores. Um, what is sage? Different herbs. What I was learning about candles. I didn't even know none of this. I didn't know, it was just coming natural to me. Well, I can talk about it now. So it was coming natural to me. And we're going to stop it though, because I used too much time. But we're going to pick up at that part. And I'm about to get ready. And I'll be back for BTB Savage. It's just like, it's so much that happened in this story. It's like, it has to be chapters to it. So this chapter ends with me getting the psychic advisor and me learning about spirituality, learning the what what God is, because I didn't understand God. So I think this is a good stopping point. So look out for part 3. Bye.